tell me when. All right, well, it is 6 p.m. We're going to call to order this regular meeting of the Board of Education. We are looking for any public comments regarding closed session items. Seeing none, we're going to adjourn to closed session. We will reconvene at 7 p.m. All right, well, at this time, we are going to reconvene this regular meeting of the Escondido Union School District Board of Trustees, and we are going to start off with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Lila Silsby of Bear Valley.
Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's not on the agenda, but at this time I would like to ask for a moment of silence for fifth grader Brandon Montoya Sanchez of Rose Elementary School, who passed away this last week. For Brandon Montoya Sanchez. Thank you all. Continuing on, roll call, all members are present. We do have a report out of closed session.
Thank you, Mr. Paulson. Item B3, in closed session, the board considered dismissal charges against a classified probationary employee and took action to approve those charges and release employee number 306597 by a unanimous vote of 5-0. That concludes the report.
Thank you. Moving on to approval of the agenda. Are there any corrections or changes?
I move approval.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Okay, raise your hands, please. And motion passes 5-0. Moving on to approval of the minutes of the last meeting. And that is the meeting of September 18th. Looking for a motion to approve.
I motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please raise your hands. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you very much. Moving on to recognitions.
All right, good evening, everyone. It's our favorite part of the meeting, and so at this time, we'd like to have Principal Jason Rutsky, Principal of Bear Valley Middle School, come up.
Good evening, School Board and Cabinet. My name is Jason Reski, and I'm the principal at Bear Valley Middle School. Before we get started this evening, I'd like to recognize the Bear Valley Middle School families and staff that are in attendance this evening. Please stand to be recognized. Thank you. This year, we are starting year one implementation of our redesign work that we have begun last year. This year, we introduced our students to our new motto and values, which is keeping it real at Bear Valley, where REAL, R-E-A-L, stands for Real World Empowered Authentic Leaders. We have also begun to implement our 5 big moves, which are listed on the following slide. Some of the work that we have already started this year includes the addition of multi-grade level advisory periods, where students work on their year-long portfolio, which they are gathering evidence of their demonstrations of the learner profiles, and will present in a showcase at the end of the year. During our week of welcome, we conducted an all-school showcase where each advisory class developed an activity that represents our new values. Also, as an instructional focus, teachers have intentionally linked the 6 EUSD learner profiles to daily learning targets as evident of the learning targets posted daily in the classrooms. In addition, classrooms have begun to develop community partnerships, and we have begun to expand our leadership opportunities with the addition of our extensive Explore class offerings and our collaboration with San Pasqual High School and bringing San Pasqual student-led clubs to Bear Valley, such as Builders Club and our new robotics team. We are very excited to continue our implementation work with our students, staff, and families, and look forward to what these changes will bring. And now to the important part of the night, and recognizing these 3 amazing students as they have been chosen as Bear Valley's Student Excellence Award winners. I would like to call up Tessa, Lila, and Anastasia. I would first like to recognize 6th grade student Tessa Houskins. Tessa Houskins exemplifies the EUSD learner profiles as an empowered learner, empathetic collaborator, and critical thinker. She applies skills to real-world problems, shows perseverance, seeks feedback, and demonstrates a strong growth mindset. In group settings, Tessa values diverse perspective, ensures equity of voice, and promotes collaboration by building on the strengths of others. Her curiosity, thoughtful questions, and analytical skills deepen discussions, making her a leader who truly embodies the learner profiles. Congratulations, Tessa. Next, I would like to recognize 7th grade student Lila Silsby. Lila Silsby exemplifies all 6 EUSD learner profiles and is a dedicated student who demonstrates strong character and leadership in everything she does. She goes above and beyond to build meaningful relationships with both her peers and teachers, showing kindness and respect to everyone around her. Lila's positivity, curiosity, and willingness to ask thoughtful questions make her an engaged learner in the classroom. And as a web leader, she serves as an excellent role model and mentor for our 6th grade students, guiding them with encouragement and support. Congratulations, Lila. And finally, I'd like to recognize 8th grade student Anastasia Tran. Anastasia exemplifies the National Junior Honor Society pillars of scholarship, leadership and service, character and citizenship. She actively contributes in class discussions, helping peers gain clarity while elevating learning. A natural collaborator, she balances listening with contributing, ensuring all voices are valued. On a trip to Italy, she embraced a new culture and demonstrated strong leadership among her peers. She demonstrates daily the EUSD 6 learner profiles and is a deserving student of this award. Congratulations, Anastasia.
Good evening, parents, Board President Paulson, board members, cabinet. I thought I pressed something. And my central team. If I can also have my awesome central team go ahead and stand up as well, please. Thank you. And then my 3 students, come on up. Isaac, Marley, and Melanie, come on up. At Central Elementary, everything we do comes back to one big idea: community. Whether it's through strengthening attendance, bringing the district's learner model to life, or creating new ways for students to lead, our focus is always on belonging and connection. The progress we've made seeing our students, families, and staff come together in powerful ways, co-creating goals, sharing their voices, and shaping a school where students know they matter is a result of many voices. Together we have created a school culture where showing up each day is celebrated, where perseverance and learning go hand in hand, and where students are not only heard, but trusted as leaders. Central is more than classrooms and hallways. It's a place where belonging is lived, not just talked about. Our students are growing into leaders who take responsibility, inspire their peers, and build a community that reflects the values we all share. This is a Central we are becoming, a true community, school in spirit, where every person has a place, a purpose, and a voice. At Central, we've been deeply focused on nurturing a sense of belonging, building community, and elevating student voice and leadership. Tonight, we are proud to recognize 3 students who truly embody these values, each in their own unique way. First, we'll start with Marley Main. Marley shines as a classroom leader through her everyday actions. She consistently models pause expectations, steps up to take on new challenges, and shows kindness by helping her peers. If she's unsure, she isn't afraid to seek input from classmates or her teacher, showing both humility and teamwork. This year, when 5th grade began using vertical whiteboards, Marley motivated her group to engage with the task, persevere when it was difficult, and show their thinking with others. Her enthusiasm for learning and growth not only strengthens her own skills, but also uplifts those around her. Isaac Rios. Isaac demonstrates that leadership extends beyond the classroom walls. While excelling academically, he also goes above and beyond to support teachers and his peers. From volunteering to set up PE before school, to participating in Explore Enrichment activities like rugby, invasion games, and soccer, to serving as a PE youth trainer. Isaac leads by example. His respect for others, hard work, and willingness to serve reflect his commitment to community and belonging. His leadership is both steady and inspiring. And Melanie Velarde. Melanie is a student whose leadership radiates in all areas, academically, athletically, and socially. She is hardworking, service-minded, and deeply respected not only by her peers, but also by younger students who look up to her as a role model. Melanie's presence brings light and positivity to everyone she encounters. Her kindness, dedication, and natural ability to connect with others makes her an anchor in building a welcoming and inclusive school community.
So good evening, President Paulson, Dr. Ibarra, Mr. McGuire, Board of Education and Cabinet. Before I get started, I do want to say thank you for honoring our student, Brandon Montoya Sanchez. It is an honor to be here tonight to introduce you to 3 amazing Rose Dolphins who are truly making a splash at our school. Before we recognize them, I would like to ask all of our family members and staff to please stand and be recognized. Thank you all for being here tonight. Please stand. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to share some of the amazing things that are happening at Rose School as we enter technically year 2 of our school redesign. We have a new logo and a new motto, Make a Splash, to reflect our school's growth and vision. Our commitment to academic achievement continues with a strong focus on universal access in both ELA and mathematics, ensuring that every student has the support they need to succeed. Student engagement is thriving through our bi-weekly pod meetings where cross-grade level groups come together to build relationships and strengthen social emotional learning. Finally, our emphasis on climate and culture shines through in the many activities designed to create a welcoming and connected school community. And as you can see from our photos, a wonderful example of this climate and culture was our Ohana Day on the first day of school, where when all students and staff dressed with the Aloha spirit and received a warm welcome with a lei as they enter campus. We have a lot to be proud of at Rose, including these 3 dolphins that I'm going to ask to come up here with me right now. So could I have Aaron Vera, Angela Vasquez Castillo, and Jaslyn Hernandez join me at the podium. Aaron Vera is in Mrs. Calderon's kindergarten class. Aaron is an outstanding kindergarten student who demonstrates exceptional achievement across all academic areas. His advanced understanding of science in particular reflects knowledge and curiosity well beyond his years. In addition to his academic strengths, Aaron is remarkably compassionate and consistently encourages an inclusive environment for his classmates, always looking out for the well-being of others. It is for these reasons and more that Aaron is highly deserving of recognition with the Student Excellence Award. Congratulations, Aaron. Angela Vasquez Castillo is in Mrs. Suki's 3rd grade class. Whoops, my phone. Angela is an incredible 3rd grader with a bright, infectious energy that makes everyone around her smile. She's always eager to learn new things and never hesitates to help her classmates in almost any situation. Angela is a critical thinker and asks questions that help her have a deeper understanding of the lessons, which often ends up with her teaching all of us something new. Mrs. Suki says, Angela's enthusiasm and curiosity make her a joy to be around each and every day. Thank you, Angela. Jaslyn Hernandez in Mrs. Taylor's 4th grade class. Every morning, Jaslyn comes to school with a positive attitude. She greets her teacher and classmates with a warm, genuine smile. She is a role model 4th grader. Jaslyn shows intense focus when she reads a book and when she's solving math problems. She makes strong connections between life and what she is learning. Jaslyn shows kindness, empathy, and compassion towards her peers and staff. It is for these reasons that Jaslyn has been selected as the recipient of our Grade 4 Student Excellence Award. Congratulations, Jaslyn.
All right, well, thank you everyone so much. Parents, thank you so much for trusting us with your children. Teachers, staff, administrators, thank you all so much for everything you're doing for the students every day. And students, congratulations to you. We are going to take a 5-minute recess so that you can head home, get dinner, whatever it is you need to do. Thank you all again so much for coming. We will reconvene at 7:33 or so. right, we are going to reconvene. Okay, we are going to reconvene and move right into public comments, starting off with Colleen Goldsmith.
My name is Colleen Goldsmith, and I come before this body in my capacity as a teacher at Rincon Middle School. This time last year, I did what I always knew I would do: drive my '99 4Runner until the wheels fell off. Both of them did within a week of each other. It cost me nearly $6,000 to repair. Because I work for EUSD and have not had a meaningful raise in years due to the ridiculous structure of the teacher's salary schedule, I didn't have the money to pay this back. So I had to file bankruptcy. I can't even afford to replace my 4Runner that I now call Chitty Chitty Bang Bang because I have not gotten a raise in years. As well, this time last year, our union was bargaining our raises, and we were offered a 0% raise. I sat down and wrote an impassioned letter to this board and this cabinet about my dire circumstances, and I got no response. Had it not been for EEA, I would not have received any raise whatsoever, leading to further financial destitution as inflationary pressures continue to strip me of even the basic necessities. So when the EEE board position of secretary opened up, I decided to run for that office, and I won. When I attended the insurance committee meeting recently, I was incensed to learn that of the 3 classes of employees in this district, it is the teachers' insurance premiums that are being arbitrarily driven up at a greater rate than any other class of employee, and that money is simply being pocketed. So on top of every other financial ignominy I've had to face, I am now expected to pay more for taking care of my health? The injustice of these policies speak for themselves. Everything made sense to me at that moment. Nobody cares about me or any of us teachers except our union. EEA cares, and that's fine. But now, as chair of the organizing committee of EEA, I've made it my mission to make changes at the ballot box that will restore justice and fairness to the financial lives of all the teachers in EUSD. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Andrea Sema.
All right. Hi there. I am Andrea Sema, employee since 1999. There's a party in the house, right? Yeah. All right. So I know times have changed since then. However, I want to remind everyone that what made me choose Escondido Union School District over Poway Unified was the benefits package that USD provided. It was free, and that was family benefits. Now I know times have changed, and the only thing that doesn't change is taxes and death. However, I am privileged now to state that my husband covers me, so I waive the medical. I truly wish that that 14,000 plus that I do not benefit from could benefit others right now, as our costs are rising stiffly for the 2nd year in a row. I want my benefits that I should be getting to go towards others rather than the general fund. Thank you for thinking about that in the future.
And Gwen Smith.
Cabinet and board. I might be a familiar face for you. I just want to let you know not everyone is brave enough to come up here and talk and share, and you guys are here, and I've got to be the voice for people. And so one of my strengths is hopefully speaking for people that can't. I just ask, as we move forward this year, that you show your care and priority to our teachers. Benefits and cost of insurance, as you're hearing the stories. Teachers have superpowers, and that is the work to support the students, right? I mean, we're here I work at Rincon, so we have a lot of Rincon representation. I find it so great that I can't even find a parking spot 30 minutes before we're even supposed to report, because these teachers are here for the kids. They're doing the job. And it's like when I need my taxes done, I go to a tax expert, and you're counting on us to take care of the kids, and we're counting on you to support us and fight for us, right? Like, you're the ones looking out for us. That's how I see it. And so the solution is to put our employees as a focus, and is not opposed to just a budgetary item to be cut. We want to make sure that teachers' salaries are keeping up with the cost of living, and our health insurance costs specifically need to be a top priority to recruit and retain qualified and diverse, effective teachers and workforce. And I do want you to know that when you look at the employees that are here, they're here a long time. We're invested in EUSD. I've been here since 1999. I did leave and I've left, and I've shared this before. I've been in 4 districts, and the reason why I share that is that I've had the opportunity to compare and see other districts, and we have the hardest working, most dedicated teachers I've ever seen, and that's why I'm back here. And I'm just really pleading with you to please show that in our salaries and in our benefits, show that. We just want to see that. We want to see that we're a priority. We're putting the children first. We're asking you to put the teachers as a priority. Thank you.
Melinda Britt.
Good evening. Oh boy, big shoes to follow. My name is Melinda Britt, a 25-year employee of the district. I work at Pioneer Elementary. Very proud to have been there my entire 25 years. And like some other people, when I was hired, I came here and I chose this district because I felt like I was made to feel important, and I felt like I was coming to a great place. And part of that was that our benefits, the package, I paid $0, and that was truly amazing. And now here I am 25 years later, and I'm thinking to myself, well, thankfully I hit 25 years, so yeah, I did get a little bump in my pay, but now what's gonna happen with my benefits? And what about my friends behind me? I have a friend who works 3 jobs, one of which is a teacher. Yeah, pretty crazy, right? But in today's world, that's what has to happen for people to put food on the table. And we give our heart and soul every single day for the kids. The people that work here at EUSD, they're your greatest asset. We are your greatest asset. Certificated, classified, we're all important, and we all do an amazing job. So why is it that when it comes time to negotiate, we're treated like the stepchildren? We're treated poorly. It's always push and pull and push and pull and push and pull, and we're made to feel that we're not worth. And that is really, I just want you to know how I feel and how those behind me feel and how many others feel, that it's time to step up. And why don't we reward our greatest assets, our teachers, our certificated and classified staff. Thank you.
And Lana Albertson.
It's Lana Albertson
I
from Bear Valley
apologize.
Middle School. I've been a teacher in this district for over 30 years, and I've been here since 1994. And I too chose EUSD over Poway, which is where I live and my children went, because of the benefits and because I felt valued at that time. I came to a point where it was like, okay, I gotta pick. Where am I gonna go? And I chose EUSD, and now I regret it. This is very frustrating. I'm very disappointed in the board's decision not to contribute to our health insurance. Because of my many years of teaching, I get a slap in the face because I don't get a yearly raise. So I'm now getting a pay cut. At the current proposal, I will be paying well over $200 more a month for my insurance, resulting in me literally getting a pay cut. You want me to continue to work above and beyond for the children, which I do, and with my recognitions I've had over the years here at EUSD, and yet you want to cut my pay. This shows that you don't respect me or my fellow teachers or our work with the children that are entrusted in this district. I feel unappreciated and betrayed. You disregard my commitment and dedication to children's growth and development. I strongly urge you all to reconsider contributing to our benefits and start regaining our trust with one another again, because right now it's very broken. It is very frustrating. And here we are, we give a lot. We give our heart and soul, like someone has just said, and yet you want to cut our pay and you want us to pay more. It's very disrespectful. I'm very disappointed in all of you. And so please, I would beg you to reconsider so that we can work on mending this broken bridge. Thank you.
All right, right now we are moving on to a public hearing, the Statement of Assurance for Pupil Textbook and Instructional Materials Incentive Program.
This is related to the Williams audits that we had just gone through, and there will be an item to adopt that later on in the meeting.
And are there any speakers for this item? All right, that being said, we will close this public hearing and move on to our report from CSEA Chapter 150.
Good evening, everyone. I'm just going to read off what I had written. Tonight, our executive team met with both board and cabinet to discuss topics that are important to the continued relationship we have built over the years. And I feel like we ironed out some things and we, brought up some elephants in the room. So a concern that I think we all share, and you shared in the moment, was the continued rise in insurance rates. And I think our teachers have done a very good job of expressing their frustration and their concerns. I do have to speak on behalf of our classified staff. As some of you know, some of our classified work as little as 5 hours in order to make that possible for them to even, get insurance. Our 3-hour employees do not get insurance. So for those classified staff that are able to have insurance, it is merely impossible. And so although I do acknowledge that our teachers are suffering, our rates went up really high last year, and this year, although they did not go up as high as the teachers did, it still continues to go up. And I think you guys share this same concern we do, where what do we do? Is it at the board level? Is it at the state level? Is it at the national level, right? Where insurance companies are raising rates, and what is it that we can do as a team, as a collaborative group, EUSD, CSEA, and AAA, to ensure that our families, our staff can put food on the table and still go to the doctor? Because every time a staff member is sick, it impacts our students, it impacts the running of our schools, and we've had losses over the years, right, where people cannot come back because of their injuries, because of their health issues. And if they would have been able to get treated ahead of time, it would have made a world of a difference. So I don't know what we need to do as a collaborative group in order to move forward and support our staff in order to better serve our students. Every time we have a staff member out, it impacts everyone. So to that, thank you so much for meeting with us tonight. And keep us in mind when you guys want to talk about what can we do, okay? Thank you so much. Bye. I also have to do my, no, I know, I just keep going, right? You guys, we're gonna be here all night. I do have to make an announcement as CSEA president, because then, you know, I'm gonna get in trouble. We are also announcing Carlos Magaña as the personal commissioner representing CSEA. So I just wanna make sure I put that in writing somewhere, Michelle? Okay, because then Ashley needs that so that we can put it on the board agenda for next time. Okay, thank you so much.
You can still come back to the podium if you need to.
Hurry up, Randy.
All right. Triple EA.
Good evening, President Paulson, school board members, Dr. Barr, and cabinet. Noemi, to answer your question, what could they do? You could put us first, all of us. All of the employees in our district should come first before anything else. And I say that because if we're not okay, the kids are not okay. Because you need us to show up. You need us to be here every day to keep the schools running, to keep kids educated. You need all of us, classified, certificated. We should come first. And I don't always feel like we do, unfortunately. I too chose this district. Born and raised Cardiff and Encinitas. San Diego High School District, highest paid in the county, have been since I was a kid. I very easily could have gotten a job there because they hire the people that graduate from their school district. That's who they want. I chose this district. I was young. My husband had horrible health care, still does. I've covered him for 28 years. And I have to be honest, it's getting to the point where he's actually gonna be having better health care than us. And I've never been there before. We had a free PPO. It was amazing. I had great health care for my kids. I had 2 high-risk pregnancies. And when we lost that free PPO, I took a $14,000 pay cut that year. We couldn't pay our medical bills. So understand that this does affect us. And I know it affects everybody, but we are the faces of the people that it affects. We are the real people. We're not just a budgetary item. And that's what's really hard for us right now is we're going through this process of trying to show our worth and our value. And I have to thank you for parading our 5 teachers up here at that last board meeting that worked their tails off to have incredible test scores. And we shouldn't be rated on test scores, but all of these teachers here, I've worked with all of them for years, and they're amazing teachers. And I want to thank the staff who came tonight. It's great to see you guys all here, and you get to see what goes on. But I would also like to thank you guys for still continuing to recognize our teachers, and I don't want you to stop doing that, but that was just a glimpse of what we do in our district. We are the heart and soul, all of us. We have close to 1,000 certificated staff members who put their blood, sweat, and tears into their jobs. Sleepless nights and weekends, all spent thinking about how to make their students' educational experiences meaningful and worthwhile. When looking at our budgets and looking for cuts, make all of our employees a priority. Again, thank you, certificated staff, for being here. I really appreciate seeing you guys. And just remember, we should come first. Because you guys always say we are USD, right? So here we are. So recognize us and take care of us. Thank you.
All right, and I know it's just words, but we truly do recognize everything you do as a classroom teacher, as a classified staff member. And there will be more comments on the medical insurance situation later, but I can't really comment about it now. We do need to move on to consent agenda at this time. Are there any items to pull or that anyone wants separated out? All right, looking for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve consent agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Yeah, it was working.
Mine didn't work.
Oh, gosh.
So let's just go verbal consent. And All right, we've got item M1, Human Resources, Avid hourly pay rate increase.
Hi, yes, I'm seeking approval for an hourly pay increase for our Avid tutors in accordance with the minimum wage increase effective January 1st, 2026 from $16.50 to $16.90.
So basically what we're doing here is taking employees who are at the moment not making what will be minimum wage and bringing them up to minimum wage.
Correct.
Looking for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Okay, item N1, we have several board policies.
Okay, so the first one is about district records, and this is coming in line with new law around cybersecurity specifically. That one, we must provide training to our staff around cybersecurity because of the many different attacks that have happened on different agencies, especially public agencies around the state and the country. So we must provide cybersecurity training to our employees, and also to make sure that all of our records are kept in a secure location digitally. So that's the first reading of that one. And they're all one item, so I can go through all of them and we can pull one out if we need to.
Okay,
for
go
vote.
ahead.
And then we have update to a board bylaw with a resolution, but also a board policy around conflicts of interest. And again, updating to align with law, new law, where voting members of the board would have to essentially, just to summarize it very briefly, recuse from votes if they have a conflict of interest, a financial interest, for instance, in any of the contracts we would be issuing. So it's kind of a standard practice already, but this would bring it into board policy and to the board bylaws, is also kind of updating some of the who has to be fill out the Form 700, which is our statement of financial interests, real estate interests and whatnot that could be conflicts of interest when you get into our positions on the board here in cabinet, but also some of our directors that can sign purchase orders and things of that nature, encumbering district funds, that they should never do so in favor of anything that they have a conflict of interest within. So this would be the first reading of all of that. If the board would like to discuss, bring it back for a second reading, or do one or the other, we could amend the vote in that way as well.
Okay, do we have any questions on either of these board policies?
No.
Seeing no questions, I would be interested in just passing these board policies right now as presented, if we had a motion.
I'll motion to pass all three.
Okay, so Mr. Houston moves. Do we have a second?
Second.
Ms. Gardner seconds. Further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Didn't come up on mine. It's much faster this way. All right, board member reports. Ms. Gardner.
I don't have a report per se, except to say that I had the privilege to attend a dedication of a bench and a tree at Mission Middle School in honor of Tamara Whitney, who was a one-of-a-kind, extraordinary teacher and the creator of Mission TV. Many fond memories were shared, and many former students showed up to honor her. So she will not soon be forgotten. And also, there's a new influx of yellow butterflies at the site, which is a sign, it was said. So I look forward to visiting when the tree that they planted blooms with the yellow flowers as well, as expected.
All right, thank you. Mr. Houston.
I'll add just a couple comments. I want to thank CSEA for their time this afternoon, and I know that I appreciate those times that we get to sit down and have those discussions, and it's very meaningful, and I'm glad that we're continuing that, and I'm looking forward to some good conversations in the future. I appreciate your guys' time. Additionally, I was really excited about the YMCA opening up its pool, and I want to say that that is just a fantastic program. I was surprised that it started up so quickly, because when we originally were talking about this about 8 or 9 months ago, there was a concern of how quickly they could get the pool up and running, and to see the kids in the pool was exciting, and I'm looking forward to everything that's going to go along with that. So I want to thank staff for all the hard work that they did in reference to getting that up and running. So thank you. That's my report.
Just a couple things. Just want to apologize to CSCA for my tardiness in the meeting this morning. I would have been there had another truck not been connected to my car, so I apologize. But also want to echo appreciation for all the employees that are here this evening. We hear you. It'll take a lot of hard work, but I appreciate, and I know my colleagues appreciate your attendance. And also just echo what Mr. Houston said. I appreciate the staff and the hard work with the YMCA. I'm starting to see advertisements, and I think, but for the hard work of everybody in our district, that asset and resource would still be unavailable to the community. So I'm grateful for the hard work and the collaboration and the creativity to do the work that unfortunately sometimes has challenges by other agents. So I'm grateful for the partnership and look forward to more of that going forward. Thank you.
I just want to say happy Custodian Day. I saw Mikey over at Mission Middle School today and got to say happy. He right? It was really fun. And it sounded like a lot of our sites did something special for their custodian, which the custodian, I mean, they do so much at the campus. I would not want to be on the end of that, his walkie-talkie at all. Which the calls I'm sure he gets they all get on a daily basis. So again, thank you to our custodians. I'm so glad we take time to celebrate them. He said he felt like it was almost Father's Day. He was really spoiled. It was great. So happy to hear that. I did a tour of Bernardo Elementary with the new principal, Mrs. Retzky. It was great to see everyone in the classes, and just one class just blew me away. It was one of their special ed classes. It was filled to the max. It had 12 students in there. Every student was going in a different direction, but the teacher knew exactly what direction that was and exactly how to get them to where they need to be. And it was very impressive. I wanted to thank her so much for opening her classroom to me. All the classrooms obviously were great, and it was great to see the learning happening even in TK and in preschool. But it's always great to be on campus. I attended the lovely insurance committee. That's really my favorite highlight of anything I do here. I'm being sarcastic because I agree with you. These rates are beyond upsetting. They were upsetting last year, and they were upsetting the year before that. And I feel like we're running through quicksand trying to work on them. I go home every time, and my husband hears it of how frustrating it is because the increase in rates, which what we are given to us, we have no control of, but it's still, I don't understand how our employees are supposed to take that on. I understand. We all understand that. And so we're still working on it. I'm not giving up on it. What other solutions we can find and work towards it, because you're right, it comes down to a lot. That affects your decisions of whether or not to go to the doctor or whether or not to, take your kids somewhere. It's really important, and that's not lost on us. And I know we're in the middle of negotiations, and I don't want to overstep our negotiations, but that's not exactly what you guys said. That's not lost on us of how it affects you at home and with your family. And so we're not giving up on it, and we're not brushing it aside. It is really, really important to us. And the only way to get there is together with solving it. But again, those rates are very, very, very frustrating. And there is a couple resources that we talked about in that meeting. One is the Keegan website, and they're supposed to push that out to everyone. that it has resources on there for either choices of your benefits to help you explain,
Help
you
you
know,
understand.
what rate, you know, if you want a PPO, if you want an HMO, what does that mean? What does a health savings account mean to maybe look at some of those decisions? But also what other programs might be available to you, I think is how you would phrase it. Because I think that's important too. If you qualify for some other things, especially in this tight time, you might want to explore those options. So I know that's supposed to be pushed out, that you can go on there, and it's a great guide. And the same with the phone calls you can make with the American Fidelity representatives to walk you through those questions as well. So I hope everyone takes the opportunity to really understand what you're choosing, and if that's working for you and it's working for your family, and maybe an option you might not have thought of, to again try to make the best of this terrible, terrible, terrible situation. Sorry, I'm just super frustrated about the rates. And then I attended the ribbon cutting at Escondido Charter High School for another Project Next. If you recall, Escondido High School has a Project Next as well, so it's great that our students who are going up into the high school, they have a place to go for career and for college guidance that really helps them. So that was great to see. I also attended the PTA meeting, which is my favorite meeting. They always are a great bunch. It's a great turnout. Love to see the parent participation. They also started a new segment of their meeting, which was Ask Andy. So they can submit questions and put him on the spot, which I hope they do, to get to know him and get to, you know, have their questions about the district answered. Onto my second page, sorry. I attended the DLAC meeting. I always love seeing the family liaisons and the principals there. Our family liaisons are rock stars, which we already know, but because there was also parents there, how they were working with the parents. So one of the presentations from Kathleen was about reclassification and kind of trying to demystify it and demystify, you know, just being classified, and a lot of parents might not want that for their children. But I mean, they made a really good point that our reclassified students, when they get reclassified, they are our highest scoring students in the district. They outperform every other group of students because they have those skills, because they have both languages that they can work with and use as a strength. And I think we need to promote that even more and really encourage them that that's not a bad thing. It's an amazing thing to have both languages and to be reclassified to show that you understand both and can use them fluently. So one of the things they were able to do is now our iReady scores are on Power Schools. So parents can access all of the iReady data and their test scores of their students, and we actually sat with the parents, and the family liaisons helped them pull up their students' Power School, show them how to navigate it, kind of show them how to explain it. So I hope that gets pushed out as well, that everyone now has access to that and can see the progress and talk to their students about setting goals and everything like that. I'm almost done. I attended the same with Joan for the dedication for Tamra at Mission with the bench. It was very beautiful, and it was yellow everywhere. And I was when I walked back from the parking lot, a yellow butterfly flew past me. So it was great. And the one thing I loved is that they said her bench would be right where her desk would have been and where she would have been sitting if her room was there. So I think that's a very special place, and I appreciate the school and the district putting effort into that to recognize all her dedication and commitment to this district. And then again, thanks CSEA for a great communication meeting. But again, I know we're in negotiations and I know tensions are high, but if we need to just keep talking and keep communicating, because we're in this together. We're going to have enough outside challenges that we need to work together to make that, to make our future bright for our students, because you guys do. You guys come here every day. You chose EOSD to be here, and we do recognize that, and we thank you for that. All right, thanks.
just going to echo what the sentiment of all the speakers and Ms. Harper. The insurance rate increases are shocking. 30, 40% increase from last year to this year. It's very difficult to believe. Like many of you here, when I started teaching in the high school district, it was a $5 copay, no cost. Where we're at now, when we talk about classified salaries, it hits very close to my heart and my life. Growing up with a single parent mother who was one of the first instructional aides in the district, and that was all the money we had, we made a choice between her getting insurance and eating. That was the choice. And those are the choices that our families, with our current salary schedule and the cost of health care, those are the kinds of choices that our families, our employees are going to be making. In my own home, my wife works in healthcare, and she's been giving me a tirade of lessons on the healthcare situation, not just in our district, not just in California, but nationwide. And it's difficult. I understand, I know that many of our classified staff are eligible for Medi-Cal. And could we just get a quick explanation of what Kagan is doing to assist those individuals?
Yeah, Keenan at the insurance community meeting talked about that they have a free service that individuals who qualify for Medi-Cal can get to, and they're going to push that out so they can meet with them and ascertain any subsidies they would be entitled to, and that, which would be much less cost for them. So when we get that, we will push that out to all.
Thank you. And it's shocking to me that we're sitting here even talking about the fact that our full-time employees may need to get on Medi-Cal to get a better deal than what we can offer. It's painful. And here we are. Want to thank all of the employee groups, the unions, and everybody who's in the classrooms. I know how difficult it is, and it is appreciated by our community, by us, by everybody. Thank you for everything you do. Dr. Ibarra?
Just wanted to thank everybody for coming out. I just want you to know we hear you and we see you. And I also wanted to just acknowledge Tamara Whitney for the legacy she leaves behind. I mean, it was a beautiful dedication this afternoon, and just want to thank all the teachers and staff at Mission for making that a very special occasion. So thank you.
Even though Zesty already mentioned it, today is Custodians Day, and I do want to appreciate them as well, but also I know that's something that everybody in this room agrees with, given the tremendous effort that our teachers put into preparing their classrooms for the summer, so that it made the job of our custodians so much easier. Every one of them shared their appreciation for that over the summer as I visited with them, and so I wanted to extend that thank you on their behalf, on all of our behalf, for everybody coming together to work together to make at least that part of the work that much easier and more effective for everyone to do. So, thank you.
And I wanted to, because a couple of weeks ago we approved our new classified director, and he begun on Monday. So I would like to introduce William Bill Dowler, and I just thought he could come up and just introduce himself a little bit. It has been a great couple days. He's jumping right in, and very excited to have him.
Thank you very much. Good evening, members of the board and cabinet. Better? How's that? Oh, okay. So I am Bill Dowler, and I want to thank you for the appointment at the last meeting. It is my honor and privilege to come and do the great work of the Personnel Commission and to further the merit principles in this district, more so than probably anywhere else I've worked because this is my home district. I grew up here and I'm a proud graduate of Glenview Elementary and Hidden Valley Middle School. So again, yeah, right? So to get to come and do the work that I do in my home district is both an honor and a privilege. It is day 4, and I am pleased to say that I am also joining an amazing group of staff members and colleagues. I look forward to working with my union partners here to move things forward, but there's some really amazing things going on in the HR department around P3 and the residency program and things like that. So these things aren't happening in other districts. So to get to come here and help make those things even better is truly an honor and privilege. Thank you.
Oh, hold on.
Uh-oh.
What high school?
Orange Grove.
Yeah! That was the answer.
That's the answer, right? Thank you very much.
All right. I do need to go back for a second. The Escondido Education Foundation wants to make sure everybody knows that they have their Height of Fashion show this coming Saturday, October 4th, 2 p.m. at Trinity Church. And tickets are still on sale. And the MC has a scratchy throat, so I'm kind of worried about that guy. All right, our next meeting is a board study session, which will be held on Tuesday, October 21st, 2025 at 6 p.m. Next regularly scheduled board meeting will be held on Thursday, November 6, 2025 at 7 p.m. at the Escondido Union School District, Carolyn Gilbert Education Center, 2310 Alder Grove Avenue, Escondido, California, 92029. We are going to be returning to closed session. There will be no report after that brief meeting. Have a great night, everybody.